Welcome to Issues and Answers with Diane Kinderwater. Issues and Answers is presented as a public service to inform, educate, and better the lives of New Mexicans. And now, Issues and Answers with your host, Diane Kinderwater.
Welcome to the program. I'm Diane Kinderwater, and we are going to be making magic here in Issues and Answers. Making magic, well, that's what you do when you make films, and we know we have a lot of films that have been produced in New Mexico, in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, you name it, it's had a film for 100 years, if not more. Recent films like The Cleaning Lady, Big Sky, News of the World, Flaming Hot, just some of the names my guest has been involved in. And will you recognize her? Possibly. Not one of the top billing actresses or actors in these films, but one of many background actors. And my guest is the president of the Background Actors Association of New Mexico. She's Ruby Garcia. And again, you may have seen her, but she's going to give you a lot of hints about getting into the movie business, the film business, if you start even as a background person. So stay with us as we talk to Ruby Garcia and being, I'll call an extra or a background actor right after this. I know the term as extra. Actually, I was an extra in some of the films here in New Mexico because it's kind of a fun thing to do. Kind of until you do it, then you found it's kind of a lot of waiting around and such, but still it's exciting to be part of the magic. And Ruby Garcia, you've been the president of the Background Actors Association for 4 years now. It's been around, I think, since 2018, and you yourself are an actor.
Yes.
And at this point, a background actor.
Correct. And I'm also a film major at CNM. My major is production.
Fabulous.
So working on my degree.
But again, the president, what can you tell us about this association and about being an extra or a background person, background actor?
Yes. So Background Actors Association of New Mexico is a nonprofit 501c3 organization. It was founded by our late Bobby Shelton, who was a big advocate for movie extras, also known as background artists in the state of New Mexico. We are non-union, so that's why it was formed, to make sure that they were taken care of on sets. Having the basic necessities and treated with dignity and respect. So what our organization does to date, we train, educate, and mentor the background actors.
Train,
educate, and mentor.
Oh, okay.
We're advocates for them. We're a resource for background actors.
But before they had this association to do this, you would sign up to be an extra, and then I think the director would tell you what to do, how to walk, how to turn your camera. Don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, I think that's the cue. Don't look at the camera. We
Exactly.
won't use the shot if you're looking at the camera.
Right.
But the director would do that. But now you're preparing people so that they have better direction before they get onto a movie set.
Yes, and what we do, we have 4 sites on social media, on Facebook and Instagram. And we share casting calls. Casting calls are what they're, they share info of what they're looking for, what type of movie extras, background actors. So we share those on our sites 24/7. We also go throughout the state of New Mexico training background actors. Our last class was in Las Vegas, New Mexico. We had a class about 50 background actors preparing for Ransom Canyon, which is currently filming here in the state of New Mexico, mostly in Las Vegas, New Mexico area. So we recruited about 150 background actors with a casting agency out there.
Wait, who did the recruiting?
BAM, which is Background Actors Association of New Mexico, and New Mexico Casting Company.
So you're supporting them, really?
We help them.
That's kind of their job.
Exactly.
To do it.
But they come to us because we train, educate, and mentor background actors, and we also have probably about 10,000 throughout the state of New Mexico that we represent as background actors. Yes.
And to be a part of the association, these background actors pay a fee to be a member?
There is no fee. I don't charge anything for that. To represent them, I am an advocate. So if they don't get paid on sets, I advocate for them. I assist them. My board also assists. We have what we call annually groundies. It's coming January, we'll have our 3rd annual Groundies. It's like a little Oscar party for background actors here in the state of New Mexico. I give them awards. They submit their pictures of whatever background role that might be their favorite.
It's called Groundy.
Groundies.
Oh,
Groundys. So we do
the Groundy Awards.
Yes, and just this past weekend, I gave out turkeys, had a big meal for the background actors. They were all invited. It was a potluck. I raffled off free turkeys to the families. This coming Christmas season, we'll help a couple of families in need, background or not. So we're just a big advocate, and we do work alongside with the New Mexico Film Office. If they need us to volunteer for any of their conferences, seminars, they have us there if they need us. You know, we recruit a lot of the background actors, and we go and we help with the conferences. We do a lot more than just act, you know, background acting. Like I said, we're a big film family, so we mentor. If there's anything there's a set safety issue, they come to me as a background actor because they're non-union. So I will take care of the problem. If there's a sexual harassment issue on set, they come to us, providing their,
Give me some cases of things that you've done in the past.
Well, for instance, set safety is a big issue for me because we're non-union. Our background actors are non-union. So if there's anything in danger...
Tell me a case of somebody
Well, for instance, look at Rust. Look at the case of Rust.
Well, let's not look at Rust. Let's look
Besides that, we want to keep people safe after that.
But have there been cases? Tell me some
People
cases.
have passed out from heat exhaustion. I had to talk to OSHA and get them involved. People have had tripped on cords. Different things, you know, it happens.
I can see the passing out because it's so hot and the movie sets can be hot.
We work 15, 16-hour days.
Yes.
Sometimes out in the cold, sometimes out in the hot.
So would this background actor, the extra, contact you, or would they say to the producer, the director, you know, it's really, you got me on my feet for 10 hours here in the heat. Would they not first start with them?
We have a protocol. So our protocol in the film industry for background actors is to go to your production assistant, background production assistant. From there, they'll take it to the assistant director. And if they can't get to them, then they'll go to the casting company. Now, if the casting company who casted them cannot be available, that's where my organization comes in. We are, you know, a resource for those actors, the background actors. And I handle anything from non-payments, set safety.
Have there been cases of non-payments?
Yes, there has.
Oh, boy.
There has. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of things that go on that you don't realize. And of course, any job has, you know, things that have to be handled behind the scenes, however it is. So we handle non-payments for our background actors. There have been periods where they've not been paid in months.
And you've been successful
yes,
recouping this money?
I work with the Department of Labor to help them get paid.
Oh, wow.
If there's a set safety issue, I work with OSHA to help, you know,
this is serious
get
stuff.
that situation taken care of. And my education right now in the film industry and film production, I'm headed towards safety compliance, set safety compliance officer. That's what I'd like to be someday, to make sure that all the sets are safe for not just background actors, for crew and SAG actors and in between.
Well, why would you have an interest in that? Have you seen it personally? I mean, you've been in a lot of films. Have you seen things that surprised you?
I mean, you know...
Because we just see the end product.
Yes,
we just see the end product.
And
we know behind the scenes, you know, even to produce this TV show, you can't imagine how much time is taken. So to produce a film, there's so much that goes on, but we just see the finished product.
Exactly.
But you've been on a number of these films, and you see things that...
You know, our main issue is not providing basic set necessities for background actors: water, shelter from the storms or from the heat. They're non-union, so they don't have that protection that SAG-AFTRA would have, or crew, you know, the crew union would have. So I am there, my board is there, we are there, BAM is there to make sure that our background actors are taken care of as well. And if there's no water for them, we get it. We make sure it's done. If someone's out in 104 temperature, like I've had to work in, 15 hours on a set, in and out of the heat or cold, you know, we need that basic necessity, and we need the dignity and respect, as well as other union members have that. background actors deserve it. You know, they make the movie magic as well. And without background actors, it's a pretty empty space in the back. I would say.
Cutouts, a couple of cutouts back there at
Yes,
104-degree temperatures.
But we love it. You know, we're all one big film family, and the film industry in New Mexico it's a little different when you work on it because we are our own within our own little world. We have different departments, many different departments that make that movie, you know, to what it is. We've got locations, we've got props, hair and makeup, costumes. We've got stunt departments. We've got the background actors, SAG actors. There's many different departments, directing, photography, the camera department. So it takes one big film industry to make that movie. And so we try to take care of one another the best that we can, working those long hours and making the movie.
Do background actors, they earn, sometimes they volunteers?
Sometimes there's volunteers, and there's short films or indie films that may look, because of a budget, you know, issue, they may want people to volunteer, and they'll get credits or they'll feed, you know, the people. But as far as big productions, they get paid. Like, you know, the big productions that come and put on a big series or movie, the background actors do get paid. Sometimes it's minimum wage or more. It just depends on who it is and what they're doing. And a lot of times you can be asked to have a reoccurring role. I have on Big Sky. I was their core deputy. I wore the brown cowboy hat, and I was lucky.
Let's talk about Big Sky. It was supposed to be filmed in Montana, but it was
here in Hemis and Albuquerque.
How many years ago? Tell me a little bit about it.
A couple years ago, I think it went up to 6 seasons or less.
Netflix or?
It was actually, I think Warner Brothers, if I'm mistaken.
A series.
It was a series.
Weekly.
Based in Montana, filmed here. And it was about, you know, deputies, Big Sky deputies, you know, just facing different types of incidents throughout the series, things, you know, crime and whatnot. So I got to be involved in the Big Sky here, filming here, and I was a deputy. We would find dead bodies in the river in Hemis, so to say, filming at Hummingbird Camp there. We would, you know, just act like regular deputies being called to these crime scenes, and, you know, it's all
and you
about
wore
acting.
what, a sheriff's?
I wore a sheriff's uniform. I had a gun holster. I had a cowboy hat. Yes.
But you were a background actor.
Special featured background actor, yes, because my role was reoccurring. And so...
so you'd like to be in the office?
I had an office.
No, but I mean on the set. I'm not at the set,
Yes.
but in the movie, in the show, you'd be walking around in
office scenes, crime scenes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Any speaking roles?
I did have an opportunity for a speaking role, and they were going to surprise me that day, but unfortunately that day I was not on set. So, and it's very competitive. So if you're not on that scene, on that set at that minute, at that moment, your lines can be taken over by somebody else, which is fine, because I'm for an opportunity for any background actor that may be able to rise up to SAG. So,
but you were still in, how many different episodes were you in?
Goodness, I worked 4 seasons, I think, on that show. Four series, I believe. Yes, as a recurring deputy.
Just kind of walking by when they're talking about the crime scene.
Yeah, we had we had shootouts. We had crime scene episodes. We had office scenes.
So you had to take a lot of direction. I mean,
exactly.
You were an actor.
Yes, we are actors, background actors, movie extras. We're actors. We are coached by the directors, by the background production assistants. A lot of them take classes here in Albuquerque. There's agents that, you know, have classes for actors to take, and so yes.
But you said the Background Actors Association actually has classes as well.
Yes, what I do is we had our last class in Las Vegas, New Mexico, which was in September. I had it at New Mexico Highlands University. It was a 6-hour class. It was on a Sunday, and I take them through check-in from the very, whether it's morning or night, from checking in to wrapping. So I show them what it's like a day on set to work as a movie extra, background actor. From wardrobe to props, through set, I take them through the whole scenery and let them know very much what it's going to be like for the whole day. Yes. Base camp, checking in, wardrobe, makeup. I take them through all those different departments.
What would be the most surprising thing for those of us who aren't in the know regarding background actors?
You have to experience that. And background acting is the way to get your step in the film industry. There's many different careers in the film industry, so that's one way to get into the movie business. You will see every different department do their magic, and you will learn as you go. I mean, sometimes it's a lot of sit and waiting, but you make many friends, you meet a lot of different people, and you learn what it's like to make a series or a commercial or a movie within that time that you're there. And some may like it, some may not. So it's not for everybody.
But you've been
it's
doing
fun.
it for quite a few years.
About 8
really.
years, yes.
8 years.
And 4 years president and 8 years acting on and off. And 2 years as a film student right now.
And you said on your website, what is your website?
Our website, if anyone wants to, if you're on social media, on Facebook, we have Background Cafe. Join it, and we submit all the casting jobs for background actors on that site. And we submit anything that has to do with movie extras or background actors on Background Cafe. It's on Instagram, and it's also on Facebook.
Called Background Cafe.
Yes.
But you don't have a website.
We do have a website, which is baanm.org. So it stands for Background Actors Association of New Mexico. It's a long, I know.
But you
it's
call
long.
it BAM.
BAM.
That's cute.
It's like a superhero, BAM. So we are a resource, mentor, we train. We also have, once a month we meet with background actors. We have a meet and greet, Background Cafe meet and greet. We have potlucks, people bring whatever dish they want, and we socialize. And we have guest speakers. I invite casting directors, SAG-AFTRA has been there. I invite OSHA. I invite a lot of special guests to come and talk to the background actors. And CNM, I had them there last year talking about their film school, because I'm a student there as well. So we do this once a month. We just had this past weekend our Thanksgiving meal meet and greet, where I gave turkeys to a lot of, we raffled them off, free, no charge.
Friendship group, they all have the same interest of the love of film, to being in film and supporting films here.
Yes.
Of course, prior to COVID and prior to the Screen Actors or the screenwriters strike, very active here. So tell me about those days, please, Ruby.
We
Garcia.
assisted the SAG-AFTRA.
No, prior to the strike.
Prior to that?
Yeah, it was booming.
We would have 20 productions in one day going on. Now there's about
Were
2
there
or 3.
enough background actors?
That's why we would recruit. We would go out into these little towns.
There could have been 20.
Yes. In a month, we've had 20 productions here. Unlike today,
well, let's still talk about the good days, the high days of Hollywood.
It's leading to that.
So
we were booming. The tax incentives, the rebates were great. They love our state. We're unique. Our actors are unique. So
why are our actors unique?
It takes a special person to learn how to stand, to learn how to move, to learn how to, that's why I say it's not for everybody, to sit and wait for hours, to experience, stunts, to experience loud noises, booms, explosions. For instance, Dark Winds, I worked on that second season in Espanola. We were booming then. That town's booming.
Dark Winds, tell me a little bit about Dark Winds. What was it about?
That one is filmed pretty much based in northern New Mexico. It's a Native American, it's about a deputy Native American.
Yeah. Isn't that still on?
Zon.
Isn't it still going on?
It's still going on.
Dark Winds.
Yes. It's a popular series.
I think that's a Netflix.
Yes, it's on Netflix.
That one's a Netflix.
Yes.
So you were involved with that. So it's been filming here
Yes.
for northern New Mexico. Taos is it supposed to be?
Espanola is where I filmed on it last, and that was about 2 years ago. I was in the explosion scene where the money truck was being robbed, and we were running from the explosion. So those are special scenes that some people may not like to be a part of the loud noises. But it's, in my eyes, it's magic. It's making that magic. And you have to experience it to know what it's about. And background acting is a way to get your foot in the door. And as a matter of fact, this month I'll be on a panel for veterans, for New Mexico veterans. The New Mexico Film Office is coming up with a program to help New Mexico veterans get into the movie industry here in New Mexico. So on November 19th from 6 to 9, actually 6 to 8 I believe, we'll have a panel of union reps, myself, for veterans who are interested in getting into the film industry here in New Mexico. Yes.
You talked about the dark winds and running explosion. That seems kind of like an actor position. I mean, to run away, even though it's a explosion, but it sounds like more than background people would be doing this.
Yes.
It seems like more than acting.
It involves stunt men and women. It involves background actors. It involved security, it involved the paramedics because we were using explosives and medics, and
but the actors sound like it's more than just background actors. So.
Yes, there was a variety of us on that.
Okay.
Yes,
and what did you do? Tell us what you did.
I was a town patron running from the explosion. Yes, so I literally ran up and down the sidewalks of the area where the money truck was being robbed. Yes.
And have you seen yourself in these films?
Oh yes, I have seen myself. In the last one was Eddington with Joaquin Phoenix. I was a member at a rally. Joaquin was running for mayor of the town, so I was one of the rallyists, so to say. We filmed that up west side of Albuquerque. And also another movie that just came out was Honey Don't. I was a church member with Chris Evans in the church scene, and one that is Pluribus, that is now popular on Apple TV with Ray Seahorn from Better Call Saul. I am one of her book clients. I'm at a book signing event with Ray Seaborn, so you'll see me there as well. And Pluribus just came out about 2 weeks ago. It's on Apple TV. So.
And the one at the church, what church?
Chris Evans.
Do you recall what church it was?
Well, the church that they filmed most of it is Glory Bound Ministries, and that's where I have my background actors monthly meet and greets. They're generous to allow us to have that building.
It's called
Glory Bound Ministries. And
whereabouts is that?
It's on Juan Tabo Manal, 11913 Manal. And they have, actually Honey Don't was filmed at the church there, yes. And they both are actors, both pastors there, husband and wife, Claudia and Wyatt. They are actors as well. So
there's a lot of opportunities.
Very, very.
Of actually some getting paid, some not. What percentage? I mean, you weren't paid in all of these, correct?
The majority I've been paid.
You were paid.
Commercials, series, and actual movies, yes, I've been paid. Now, I'm talking about small budget movies, indies, they call them, small short film. For instance, CNM. As a student, we put on productions for our finals. So we look for volunteers. Sure. So those are unpaid.
Okay.
There are some that are unpaid, but you do get credits, and they do feed you. And I say feed you because you're not allowed to leave the set while you're filming, whatever it is.
16 hours.
Yes.
And since the writer's strike, in recent years, I hear the filming has kind of dwindled here.
It has been very tough in the last year or two for our crew, union crew, our SAG-AFTRA background actors, because it's been very slow. And even during the strike, with the writer's strike, SAG-AFTRA, we all suffered. Everyone suffers in the film industry. It takes different departments to put on that movie, and when there's really nothing going on, it affects our economy as well. Those that work in the industry, I suffered as well. It was pretty slow for all of us, and it's still slow right now. Mm-hmm. We're looking forward to, different things happening in the new year, hopefully. Right now, Ransom Canyon is recruiting. We're going to need a lot of people for a scene coming up in another week or so, and in December. So Ransom Canyon is filming right now. Joseph of Egypt from, The Chosen, off of The Chosen, has just wrapped yesterday they wrapped, I believe. So they needed a lot of movie extras,
But those aren't paid positions.
They're paid.
Those are paid as well?
Big production movies, yes, and series. So Ransom Canyon is a series which I was on last season. I haven't been able to get to work on it this season. I've been so busy. But we were filming at Blame Her Ranch up north in New Mexico, in Las Vegas. We recruited 150 background in Las Vegas for a scene up
Ruby
there.
Garcia,
Yeah.
president of the Background Actors Association of New Mexico. Background Cafe. We can find more information, of course, you said, on
BAM.org or on Facebook, Background Cafe. We post a lot of job openings.
Making Magic with Ruby
Yes.
Garcia. Thank you. We're making magic here in Issues and Answers. I'm Diane. Make it a great week. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Issues and Answers with your host Diane Kinderwater is presented as a public service to inform, educate, and better the lives of New Mexicans. To comment on today's program, email us at info@kchftv.org or call us at 505-345-1991. Join us again for Issues and Answers with Diane Kinderwater.